Great day, family. Hope all is well. Hope all is good. Hope everyone is being safe and staying healthy as much as possible. And today I want to talk about transformation. All right. I want to talk about three things that it takes to transform your body. All right. Three things that you need to do or get under control when it comes to reaching your desired goal. Three things that we get to focus on to go from where you are now and where you want to be. And those three things are, all right, the first one is you got to make a decision. All right, if you want to transform your body, right, if you want to drop those few pounds, if you want to add on lean muscle, if you want to get back into your old clothes or new clothes for that matter, then you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision that's going to be in alignment with the things that you want to accomplish. You have to make the decisions that's going to get you closer to that desired goal that you want. So therefore, if you're making decisions that's not in alignment with your goals, if you're making decisions that's pushing you away from your goals and not closer to your goals, then those are not decisions that you need to make or that you should want to make. All right. So if you want to transform your body, the first thing you have to do, you get to do is make a decision that's going to support the goal that you want to accomplish. All right. So the first one is decision. The second one is you have to commit. Bottom line is that you have to make a commitment. So after you decide, you have to commit to the decisions that's going to pull you closer or push you closer towards that desired result. Right? Your level of commitment is going to dictate how fast or how slow you reach your goal. Right? Your level of commitment is going to dictate if you reach your goal if you don't reach your goal. Right? Low level of commitment, low chances of you accomplishing that goal. Somewhat relatively, of course, a high level of commitment, the likelihood of you reaching that goal, the likelihood of you accomplishing that goal, the likelihood of you reaching that desired result is going to be high as well. It's going to be high. So after you make the decision, you have to commit, whatever that looks like. Now, I'm not saying that you got to go to the gym every single day. I'm not saying that you got to eat quote unquote healthy every single day. I'm not saying that you got to go for a walk every day. But what I am saying is that you got to commit. You got to commit working out or being active or partaking in some physical activity at least 2 to 3 times a week. Right? You got to commit to going for a walk at least 10, 15, 20, even 30 minutes a day. You got to commit, not eating out so much. You got to commit to, preparing your meals 1 or 2 times a week, eating at home, let's say 4 out of the 7 days of the week. You got to commit. You got to commit to not eating how you normally eat because that's not working. Right? With all due respect, that's not working. You got to commit to not eating the foods that don't support your goals and commit to eating the foods that's going to get you closer to reaching your goals. You got to commit. All right. So the first one is decision. The second is what? Commitment. You have to commit. The third one is gotta follow through. In other words, you have to execute. All right. You can decide all you want. You can commit to what you say that you're going to do. But at the end of the day, you have to execute on what you decided on, and you have to execute on what you committed to. You got to follow through. Not that you got to, you get to follow through. Because that's when everything is going to come full circle. That's where the transformation is going to take place. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, your desired result, your desired goal is going to show up based on you executing, you following through. All right, family? So we got to follow through. It's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to do it. It's one thing to believe it, but it's another thing to believe it and do it. What's the saying? Faith without works is, you know the saying, is dead. Right? So you can talk all you want to, but if you're not putting that work in, then it's not happening. So again, let's go through it. 3 things that you got to do if you want to transform your body. Not just your body, even though I know we're talking about the physical aspect right now. To transform your mind, you got to decide. We got to make a decision. All right, the second one, we get to commit. We got to commit. And the third one is that we got to follow through. We get to follow through. All right, family. I hope you found this useful. Until next time, peace.